Hello, this is Mitski, and I'm going to talk about how we made the track called Buffalo Replaced. So for a lot of the albums I've made with my producer Patrick Hyland, we found the sound or the tone of the album by first finding the sound of a song and then using that track as a guide or a reference for the rest of the album. For my last album, Laurel Hell, that track was Working for the Knife. And for this album, The Land is Inhospitable, and so are we, that track is Buffalo Replaced, where I remember Patrick said something about how, often with novelists, the first thing they do is write a short story and then expand on that until it becomes a novel. Or with feature filmmakers, they first make a short film and then build on that and then turn it into a feature. It feels similar with this process as well, where you work on one song and try to pursue a sound until you come up with something that feels intriguing or interesting or generative, and then use that as a sort of North Star for the rest of the album. It doesn't mean that the rest of the album is going to sound like that track. It just gives you a sort of hand to hold or a pathway so that you're not just fumbling in the dark trying to find this vague sound of the album. With this track specifically, I remember we were very much inspired by the Velvet Underground, and at first it was basically how it sounds in the beginning of the track, and then I absolutely love how Patrick thought of bringing in those keyboard sounds at the end. I think it really adds something beautiful at the end, so I'm really grateful for that. And yeah, so that's kind of the short version of how we came up with Buffalo Replaced, and therefore a little bit, kind of, the rest of the album.